What is good, everybody? Welcome to a lovely Thursday predicting for this weekend's two shows Saturday night's main event and Evolution. So, I have two guests with me today. He is the man of the voiceless, Ryan Milky Hill.
How you doing? Why you
What's
go in the hot?
good?
It's your stream. You're in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat. Alright. And I have another guest as well. She is the Tatum Paxley fan, Izzy Dane fan, the Liv Morgan fan. Please welcome Haley Wrestling.
Loved the entrance. Oh, that's okay, that's okay.
What's up, Jose Martinez?
Oh, your voice changed. Yeah, that happens with Wyatt.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
Yeah,
I'm too
he
old.
fluctuates.
You sure that's not Brock Lesnar?
That's a compliment.
No. It's a compliment and a backhander at the same time with the current news, but yeah.
Only take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I do not know Janelle Grant, and I have nothing to do with it.
But today, guys, this weekend, Saturday night's main event and Evolution is this weekend. The second Evolution for the women. Back in 2018, the first one. Now we're here for the second one. But I do have a slideshow today. We're gonna go over the card and give our thoughts on this match, give our predictions to see who's gonna win this Saturday and Sunday. So let's bring this slideshow right up.
We will bring it up. Why I wanted to ask you and Haley as well, though. I wanted to say, so we've got Evolution coming up, right? We've got Evolution 2 coming up, and I thoroughly respect all of the women's efforts that they put in to get this card. But I can't help but feel that WWE have kind of done the women dirty by doing this so sudden. We've only had a month notice for this pay-per-view, and I personally feel that this is only happening because of what else is happening over in Texas this year, or wherever AEW is. Because it's the same weekend as AEW.
All in.
Yeah, that's in Texas.
Same weekend as All. Yeah, it's the same weekend as All In, and I personally feel this is WWE now, whether they like it or not, admitting that AEW are competition to them. Because if they weren't competition, they wouldn't be competition. Why not put it next week?
The brands.
Yeah, I just disagree with it.
Yeah.
I'm just sad because Liv Morgan's hurt. So, we could have had Liv Morgan in a mixed tag match. Liv Morgan against Nikki Bella. Just like Liv Morgan, but no.
Jose, the Grant joke.
Yeah, did you listen to, before we get into the slideshow real quick, did you listen to Nikki Bella on the Busted Open interview this week?
I did not.
I haven't yet.
I
You
need to.
listen. She talks about Liv Morgan quite a lot, and I feel like she gives away a little bit of the possible storyline that could be going along. I think Nikki Bella might be staying for the return of Liv Morgan, so that could be interesting.
See, I hope so.
I'm
Just to watch
excited.
Liv beat her.
We'll get into it because I'm sure that'll be in part of my predictions. But yeah, Wyatt, you can continue to take over the show.
Alrighty. So we have our first pay-per-view of this weekend. It is Saturday night's main event. But look at that lovely logo. I know it's kind of wonky over here, but it's okay. It's all good. We're not even gonna get into that. But we're gonna start off with our first match. Is the Megastar LA Knight versus Mr. Money in the Bank, the visionary, a revolutionary Seth frickin' Rollins. Let's start off with my boy Ryan Milky. Give his thoughts.
Interesting. So I did watch Raw last night with my terrible toothache. I was lying in bed, crying in my own agony, watching WWE, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. I was surprised, though. I was not expecting, for some strange reason, I was not expecting LA Knight to get involved at the end, and I quite liked the way it went out. And he gave me flashbacks to an older version of him. Was it Maximum Dupree? He was the Dupree guy, wasn't he? He was the Dupree model. Yeah,
Jeez,
and he
Maxim.
gave me flashbacks to him, and I was like, look how far he's come from that day, from when he was that character to now he's LA Knight, and he's got the whole crowd doing the LA Knight with him. It was absolutely fantastic. But this is Seth Rollins we're talking about. This is the start of this new empire with Seth. Seth isn't going to lose this at all. It's interesting that there's no other stipulation on the line, and it's kind of cool that it kind of puts Seth busy doing something, so he can't get involved in like any matches later on down the line, which he might do. You never know. But if he gets hurt, then who knows? He might not be able to cash in later in the night. But yeah, I'm going to predict that Seth Rollins wins this. It's going to be a messy affair. It's not going to be a straight win. He's going to have help from his cronies, from his friends. Yeah, that's my prediction. Sorry, it was long-winded.
Okay. Brian's got Seth. So Haley.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, let's just kind of be real here. If LA Knight wins this, we have problems. Like, it doesn't make any sense for Seth Rollins to lose this match, especially with where they're putting his faction at the moment. I definitely think that the Braun Brawns are going to come out. I'm kind of counting on it, actually, because I just need them to give the mic back to Braun Breaker, because that promo he cut on Monday was amazing. So if they can just come out, he can cut a promo, and then Seth wins, like, I'm here for it. I think Seth is going to win. Like I said, it doesn't make sense if he doesn't, with where they're putting, like, him beating Penta, Bronson beating, well, DQing, but technically beating Jey Uso, and Braun Breaker destroying Sammy. Like, I think that where they're putting him is kind of, I think it's setting up his faction for, like, a War Games situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, they're definitely going to give this win to Seth.
Okay. We got two Seths. Me. This match is gonna be a good match, I think. He's gonna have help, definitely, but Seth's definitely gonna have some help with Breaker and Bronson Reed. But LA Knight, he's the megastar. He can roast people pretty good. So he got under Seth's skin. Now, I think Seth's gonna win this match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Seth.
It's going to be an interesting one. Where do you guys predict this on the card? Do you think this is going to be an opening match? Do you think this might be mid-card? It's definitely not main event, so...
It's not
Where do
main
you
I
think
think
it's
event.
gonna
it'll be in the middle.
Middle
Middle?
match.
Yeah, I don't think they start with this.
Okay, interesting.
Unless
And I like-
if they give a promo to Seth's faction, I think they'll start with it. But if they don't, then I just don't see them starting with this match.
I like how you meant, Haley, how you mentioned Braun Breaker's promo. I liked what he said. I just can't get over the voice. But then I think back to Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar's voice didn't suit his look, and neither does Braun Breaker's. And it kind of makes sense if they're going to go and make him the new Brock Lesnar and have Paul Heyman by his side. His voice, when he starts getting all worked up and stuff, Braun Breaker, I lose a little bit of it being in it, because it's kind of like a squeaky voice, but you can't help but have the voice that you have. So I don't hold that against him. But yeah,
It
it's
was the
interesting.
dead fish for me.
The dead fish.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
what
some
did
comments in the
Jose
chat.
say over here?
He
Also,
says, give it to LA Knight. There's money in the bank.
I can't wait when Seth's faction breaks up. It's not cutting it, and Braun and Reed should only be together, maybe in a tag team form, and continue having Paul on their side. Okay, Jose.
Yeah, interesting. I think
Alright.
that it's all leading to Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. That it's all leading to that.
Yes.
Oh, I agree.
I totally agree with that. So our next match is the Viper versus the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton are going to fight at Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm going to start off with Haley this time, giving her thoughts and her prediction for this match.
I wish I could say that they're gonna give it to Drew McIntyre, but I just really feel like they're not. I kind of feel like Randy hasn't been winning that many matches lately, which he did qualify for King of the Ring and everything, but I think him losing to Cody Rhodes and stuff just kind of like dampened him for me, because I just don't see him losing to Cody Rhodes. So I think they're gonna give this one to Randy Orton. If they do give it to Drew McIntyre, like, I would be happy either way, especially considering this is Drew's return match. But to me, if they want this feud to stay longer, then it just makes more sense to put Randy Orton winning instead of Drew McIntyre.
Okay. So we got Randy Orton. So, Ryan, what is your thoughts and prediction for this match?
Interesting. So, Drew has been on such a losing streak for so long. He had the whole Damian Priest stuff going on. He lost in, 5 minutes or however many it was at WrestleMania or the night after. And he's now back. He took a break. He had some family issues that he had to deal with. He went to a wedding, Jinder Mahal's wedding recently, which was quite cool seeing all those photos. Randy Orton is the legend killer. Randy Orton is an absolute genetic freak for the age that he is and for the longevity of his career. He's been around for so long, and he's still one of the best, if not, in the top 5 of the WWE men at the minute. I just think he's a solid stay, and we don't have to worry about Randy Orton. He can afford to take this loss for me, whereas Drew can't. Drew is, just like Haley said, Drew is coming back. This is his first match back in a long time, and we need to start setting Drew up to be more dominant again. He can't be the butt of the joke. He needs to be dominant, and he needs to be stepping into the main event scene properly, and maybe going against Bron Breakker and going against the likes of those people. So I'm personally going to go with my boy Drew McIntyre. He is literally from the town that I am in right now, Ayr, Scotland. So I have to go with it and say Drew is going to win. It's just going to be interesting. I'm going to say he RKO's. No, he Claymore kicks the RKO attempt. That's what I think is going to happen. I haven't seen that yet. I don't know if that's
that
possible.
That would be crazy.
Randy's going to go for the RKO and he's going to Claymore kick the back of his head. That would be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre for me.
Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Okay. My prediction, my thoughts. It's Randy Orton. He's been on that losing streak since he won King of the Ring qualifying matches, but still, he's going after that 15-time World Championship. He wants it so bad, but Cody's getting that match at SummerSlam instead of Randy. But Drew McIntyre, he's back. I personally think I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre winning this match. It's his first match back, and like Ryan said, he needs to get into being more dominant again, like we saw back in the 2020 era when he was WWE champion. I want to see that Drew McIntyre again. So I think I'm gonna go Drew McIntyre for this match.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense in my head for Randy to go on a losing streak up until he can go against Cody, and then turn heel on Cody, and then turn heel on Cody. Yeah, because
that makes total sense.
Which then plays back on our previous predictions. Yeah, I would like Cody to go heel too, but I think it makes more.
2 heels, 1 face. John Cena, face. Cody, Randy, heel. I would like that.
I'm instantly not looking forward to the amount of commercial breaks that we're going to get on Saturday night's main event, because they are littered with commercials every single time, and it pains me. But yeah,
I can't watch ads.
We'll get there.
The amount of ads that have increased on NXT too is actually kind of crazy.
Well, today we just got the breaking news by Nick Aldis that this match is happening at Saturday night's main event: Solo Sikoa versus his brother Jimmy Uso for the United States Championship. But yeah, let's go with Ryan on this. Thoughts on this?
I actually am stuck for words. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me. I guess it's Jimmy stepping up for his brother Jay, but I don't know. I can't see Solo losing this. They just give it to him. You know what I mean? They've just given it to it. It's most probably going to end up with Jimmy getting beaten up in the middle of the ring by this new Hikuleo dude and the returning Tongaloa brother. So like, it's literally just setting up for Jimmy to take a beating, most probably. Like, they're going to slowly and surely take control. The Timu bloodline, should I say, are going to start to take control, and we're just going to build to SummerSlam when Roman Reigns returns and goes against Solo's side and joins and reforms the bloodline again, because I think that's where we're going with the storyline. We're going to reform the original bloodline with Roman, with the Usos, and maybe Sami Zayn, because it looks like Sami Zayn might need some help getting down the line after the Carrion feud. So yeah, that's where I think we're going with it. This is just a match in an inning that, like Paul Heyman said, we're in the seventh inning. I think we're just moving along the bloodline storyline with this. So Solo Sikoa win pretty dominantly, if not illegally. And yeah, he doesn't lose the belt if it's by disqualification. So yeah, I'm going to go with Jimmy wins by disqualification because he gets beaten up by all the other guys that come in.
Okay. Haley.
So I'm not gonna say either way who I think is gonna win this match, considering the fact that I literally found out about it maybe 2 hours ago. I think
We all did.
that. Well, yeah, we all did, but I mean, like, my brain doesn't process stuff that fast, so it's going to take me until tomorrow to figure out who I think is going to win this match. I think that if Solo loses the belt now, they're just going to be making him more of a comedic "oh you suck" character than he already is, because he's funny. Solo's probably one of the funniest guys that they have when they let him be in WWE right now. But if he loses his championship on Saturday, it's just going to be like, haha, you suck. So I think that they're definitely gonna try to push this weird faction dude Solo has, whatever his name is, 'cause I don't like him. I've never seen him before, but I don't like him. Don't question it. So I think that Ryan has a point. Like, Jimmy wins by disqualification, and they bring what I don't know what his name is, but they use the 7-foot tall guy to fight.
Hikuleo.
Yeah, him. To and
Teletubby.
the Teletubby. Him and Tomatonga to fight, or Tongaloa, I don't remember which one came back, to fight Jimmy. And I think that he'll win by disqualification, but obviously you don't get the belt if you win by disqualification. So
Yep.
I don't.
Yep.
It's very predictable for WWE. I genuinely think that's exactly where they're going to go with it.
Yeah.
What's up, Anthony Blaze? What's up, ERW?
ERW, I hope you feel better pretty soon, man. Anthony Blaze, thank you. Hit that like button, guys. Oh, man.
Yeah. What do you think?
This match, we just found out this match. There's nothing to it, really. I just think, I'm going with Ryan here. It's going to be disqualification. Jimmy will win by disqualification because all his Timu bloodline members will just start attacking at the first second that bell rings. And we will probably get no contest on it, probably. I'm going with Jimmy.
Or Fatu gets involved and causes a disqualification.
Yes. Could.
Blaze is asking why isn't Fatu getting a rematch. That just instantly triggered in my head that maybe Fatu runs in.
Yeah,
All
I
gas,
think
no
back.
break.
back to your they're bringing back the original bloodline. Technically, Solo was sort of in the original bloodline. I think they replace him with Jacob.
Jacob Fatu, yeah.
So I think they're
Yeah,
gonna
great
accept him
shout.
with arms now.
Great shout. I love that. I never even thought of putting Jacob in with Roman. Yeah, that would be a great shout. Okay. Roman, Jacob, and the Usos. against Solo,
There's blood.
Tongaloa, Hikuleo, and one more that they would need to bring in.
The
Tamatanga.
other brother. Yeah, Tomatonga.
Oh yeah, yeah, him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that. And that's 4v4 war games that you mentioned earlier. We're building to war games.
Yes, we go to Survivor Series War Games in San Diego.
We could put the both- Yeah, interesting.
Oh yeah, JC Blaze at JC Mateo.
Oh, Mateo, of course. There's the
Low-key
fourth.
forgot
Yeah,
about him.
I forgot about him as well.
Yeah, totally forgot.
Okay, interesting. Ready to move on, Wyatt?
Let's go. Let's do the last item for Saturday night's main event, and then we're on to Evolution.
We've got a video, haven't we? Because this is the main event, right?
This is the main event.
It's time for the main event.
You just have
Thank
to
you,
deal
Mark
with.
Henry.
Thank you, Mark Henry, for that. Goldberg's
Just Jason.
last match. Goldberg's last match against
Hopefully.
Gunther. We do not want to see this match happen. So, I'm going to start off with Haley this time to give her thoughts on this match and her prediction.
Look, y'all, I'm about to be very opinionated over here, so if you don't like my opinion, then you have your own. But don't bash mine, because, like, legitimately, I don't care. We don't need this. As Gunther calls him, Bill Goldberg can leave. He can't even walk to the ring without limping. He walks five steps past that gate, and he's already limping on his way to the wrestling ring. So how do we think he's going to be able to, one, pick up Gunther, because his finisher requires lifting him? And, like, how is he going to fight if he can't even walk without being in pain? So, I think Gunther's going to win this one. Honestly, if they give it to Goldberg, they're making Gunther to be more of a joke than than he was when he tapped out to Jay. If they give it to Goldberg, I'm honestly going to be really upset, and I'm going to skip past every match of him as champion, because we don't need it. He had his run. He says he's retiring. So let him retire, but let him lose, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yes, Blaze said, is it for the title or just a match? Yes, Blaze, it is for the title, but it's basically Goldberg's last match, so it doesn't make sense. Jose Martinez said, I think Goldberg is winning. I don't know when, but Seth will cash in, but not after this win. His win, oh my gosh. Okay, Ryan, your thoughts, man.
I don't know. Like, Goldberg is... I don't like him, and I never have liked him, okay? He's past it, but I believe that everybody should get their final way out. We're currently seeing the greatest of all time, never seen 17, go on a mega retirement tour for the year, John Cena. I'm happy with Goldberg as long as it's the last match, bro. Like, this is it. You're gonna go out on your back, looking up at the lights, putting over one of the most dominant male superstars that WWE has seen in the last 10 to 15 years. And it makes sense if you're going to do that, being Goldberg, one of the most over wrestlers that was ever around, you know, with the undefeated streak and everything. I can't see Gunther losing to a spear from an old man, let alone a spear. A spear, to me, in this day and age, isn't a finishing move. We see the Usos do spears all the time. Same with super kicks. They're not finishers, but, you know, people use them as finishers. They don't work for me. That's all that Goldberg has. He has the spear. Now, I will say, I watched Monday Night Raw, like I said, and I was a little bit hyped for what they did on Monday Night Raw when he came out and he just didn't give a frick, you know? He slapped Gunther about and he got ready to give him one and Gunther had to bail real quick. I liked it because I thought, okay, you've built a little bit of excitement, a little bit of, oh, interesting, because I genuinely don't think Gunther's going to win this because of my prediction of needing him to look up at the lights and put over Gunther. And that's the respect and that's giving back to the wrestling community and the wrestling world and saying thank you to everything that he gave to you. But I can't see him losing or gaining this title at all. it's a fairy tale ending for me. He's in his hometown. It's on Saturday Night Main Event, which for me is just a Mickey Mouse tournament anyway. It's literally to make money for the sponsorships that they have to put these things on. It's the only reason why they do it, in my opinion. It's a glorified house show, if you want to call it that. Again, long-winded. I apologize. I don't agree with you guys in the chat. Goldberg isn't winning this. For that reason, Gunther wins. But I hope it's not an absolute mauling. I want there to be a little bit of respect, and yeah, I just think it'd be interesting if it went out properly and dignified, because he's an old man.
I just
And
want to see him try to hit the jackhammer.
yeah, good point. I don't think he's going to hit the jackhammer though, but he'll try. But I don't think he's going to hit it. I think he's going to try and hit the spear, and that's about it.
Yes.
So my prediction is Gunther wins. Yeah.
Gunther. Okay. I'm gonna act like a little bit of Gunther right here. Bill Goldberg. Goldberg. I don't want to see this match, personally. I don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see this match. It's his last match, and if you give him that win, what they're gonna do with it? I could see the cash in with Seth Rollins, but it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go Gunther for this match win, because Goldberg, he's too old to do this anymore. He can't even walk, really. He's not gonna hit the jackhammer. If he does, he's gonna botch it really bad. And I'm going with Gunther to retain the World Heavyweight Championship.
Interesting. So let's fast forward 17 dates and put John Cena in that position that Goldberg's in right now. Would we still have the same thoughts? Like, oh, we don't want to see this match. It's his last match. And then
I
would we
think
still
it's
have the same
different.
It's different with John.
I think, and I don't think the reason it's different is because John Cena is who he is. I think it's different because you look at Goldberg, who took so many years off, who, like me and Wyatt have said, like, you can tell he's in pain when he's walking. Like, you can tell that he hasn't been keeping up with, like, being able to do all of the things that you have to do, especially to fight somebody like Gunther, and, like, somebody that is at Gunther's weight, and, like, because if he does hit the jackhammer, like, you legitimately have to pick somebody up to hit a jackhammer, and I just don't think he can lift Gunther like that. I think for John Cena it's kind of different because when he did announce this whole retiring tour, he never stepped away from the spotlight like he does acting. You can tell that after that first, like, after Royal Rumble, when he looked really, really bad in Royal Rumble, you could see that he actually went to the gym and he put in this effort to try to get back to the point where he would look good and he'd make other people look good in the ring. And he got there, in my opinion. Like, he's making other people look good in this wrestling ring. He's not making them look bad. And I just don't think Goldberg is at that point where I think he's retiring too late. I think he waited too long to the point where his body's already feeling all of the effects of how long he wrestled before. And it's just the way he did it isn't lining up how it did with John Cena, where he respected his body and he could tell his body was done with it, and that's why he decided to do the retirement tour, if that makes sense.
I'm going to take a Haley word right here and say that's valid.
That's valid.
That's valid. Yep, great answer. I have no comeback for that. I thought throwing the John Cena curveball might have been great, but you answered that very well. So yeah, I like it. I personally hated Goldberg's entrance, and I always have. The whole slow walk to the ring. If this guy's got an issue with his leg, why are you making him walk 500 yards to the ring? Like, just have him come out normally.
You said,
Or give him a
everybody's
motorbike
got
ride to the ring on.
Yes, everybody has to sing Goldberg.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Before we get Wyatt gave us Gunther as well. Jose, do you want to read this one, Wyatt?
Yeah, I'll read it. Jose said, guys, hear me out. Goldberg wins next night. It's a celebration for Goldberg, and John Cena comes out and challenges him at SummerSlam, and Cena retires Goldberg and wins the World Heavyweight Championship and ruins wrestling. That's not gonna happen. Cause
Wow, shut that
About
down
Cena.
real quick.
Interesting.
Because John Cena is already fighting Cody at SummerSlam.
That's true.
We get a triple threat.
Well, we get a triple threat
No.
for the World Heavyweight Championship. I like that.
No.
No, but yeah. Okay,
But
so
that won't
bye
happen.
Goldberg. Hopefully we won't see you in a prediction stream again. It's been a pleasure. Good night. God bless. Hopefully we don't see Goldberg again.
Yes.
Now, we're on to Sunday. Evolution. For the women. This is the second one. Evolution for the women. Long, like last minute, we already heard it from a month ago. It's just basically a toss-up for AEW All In. Basically. So, but we're going to get into these matches and our thoughts on these matches. This card is stacked. So, Jose, hey, I was cooking though.
Yeah.
Yes, you were, Jose. Yes, you were.
It's not that you weren't. We're just very opinionated people.
Jose, you wish the wise man was in here.
So did I just realise that there was no women on that previous card? There's no
There's
women on
no
Saturday
women
night's main event.
at all.
Yeah.
Because of
Come
Evolution.
on, WWE, what are you doing? But I
Cause
don't care if it's just because of Evolution. You should give women opportunities at
I
every
know.
opportunity.
I know. It's WWE right there.
Maybe one
It's
of
their
the last
booking.
matches tomorrow will be a women's match.
Hopefully. Like, for Great American
Oh, well,
Bash, you're
they'll
already
end
putting
it with
Jordan
like-
Grace. Yeah.
What's the main
But-
event? Imagine if the Gunther match just gets derailed because all the women run out from backstage and start brawling in the ring.
No
Oh my
coffee.
Like-
gosh. Oh, I would love that.
Saturday night's main event goes off air with all the women just brawling. You know, the cameramen get knocked over
Bam,
and everything.
bam, bam.
That'd be a great promotion into Evolution.
Yeah, you have Adam Pearce
Like they did on
doing all
NXT this past Tuesday.
Adam Pearce
Alright.
locking the arena door, running away. Don't go in there.
Adam Pearce is like, I need Ava.
No, literally. Okay, Evolution.
But Evolution
Evolution.
is here. What is our first match? I want to see. Oh shoot. Oh my. The Storm versus the Caution. Mrs. Money in the Bank. Naomi and Jay Cargill. So let's start off with Haley to give her thoughts on this match for Evolution.
Why did it start out with me when it's a Jade match? You know my opinion.
Because we
on
thought
Jade.
you'd have such an expressive
Because
thought.
you have the expressive
Yeah,
stuff.
I do have an expressive thought. I do not like Jade Cargill.
We're,
I
okay.
don't at all. My thought is we trade one Storm for another. We take Tony. We give Jade back to AEW. That's just my personal opinion. Okay? I need more Tony Storm in my life. I could use a little less Jade Cargill. Also, why is she Queen of the Ring? She botched that entire pinup. Asuka's shoulders weren't even on the ground for the last 3 seconds, so it makes no sense. Point is, if Naomi doesn't win this match after they gave Jade the win at WrestleMania, I'm going to be legitimately disappointed in WWE's booking. Also, I think that, like, this whole Naomi heel thing is great. Pull Bianca in with her. Make Bianca choose a side. We haven't seen Bianca as a heel, I don't think, ever. We might have. I might be wrong there. But, like, pull her in as a heel with Naomi,
NXT, yeah.
and then throw Jade in, like, throw Jade with another tag team partner, and have them do a tag match or something. But I think the constant, these two girls going after each other, to me, just isn't interesting anymore. Like, oh, she threw her on a car, and she was out. But then, like, her and Bianca were acting like nothing happened after Jade got thrown onto this car. So, I don't really understand why we're blowing this up so hugely. Like, it shouldn't have been a match at WrestleMania if you knew you were going to have an Evolution, and if you knew you were going to give them another match at Evolution. So, my thought process here is Naomi wins it, and then somehow Bianca gets thrown back into this mix, and they either do a triple threat, or they have Bianca joining one of them, and they make a tag match out of it at, like, Survivor Series or something. But it just doesn't make any sense if you're going to continue the storyline. Like, it shouldn't go through next WrestleMania. Like, a lot of people want it to, but it just shouldn't, if that makes sense. And that's my thoughts on that. Naomi should win.
Okay. Naomi. We got one Naomi. Ryan.
I kind of agree with everything Haley just said. And that's hard to say because I did like Jade. I do like Jade.
That's
She's
my
just not
bad.
ready.
I'm a-
No. You're right. Your words are influencing my thoughts. Jade isn't ready, and I've always known this. Like, she's a good wrestler from what she has. She is still a rookie. She's still very green. She isn't ready to be in this. And you said that they did this at WrestleMania, so why are they doing? If they knew they were going to do it at Evolution, why? The answer to that is that they didn't know they were going to do Evolution. The Evolution has literally been rushed forward just to compete with AEW, in my opinion. So this is, again, a very rushed match, and it isn't fair on the women. I'm going to, again, go down the line with you and Bianca. I think Bianca returns, because we haven't even seen her on TV in so long, it feels like. Like, they keep, I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time they talk about the pay-per-view that's in Perth coming up, they pair that with Bianca and Montez. They tell you about, oh, Bianca and Montez were recently in Perth and all this stuff. And I don't know what pay-per-view is going there, but I think that's where Bianca is
It's
going to
Crown Jewel.
return. Yeah, Crown Jewel in Perth. I think that's where Bianca is going to return. And I've always wanted Bianca to be the main person behind the attack on Jade. Like, she was the one that got Naomi to do it, and all that kind of stuff. So it would be interesting to see if Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. That's what I want to see. I love Naomi and I love the caution, but for me, Naomi's going to win this one. She has to. She needs the push. She needs the extra push up.
Okay. My thoughts. Oh, man. I totally agree with you all, guys. Jade's not ready. She's not ready to be a champion. She's still a rookie. We should have just put her at NXT first. Then she can climb her way up. But Naomi deserves way too much. I am going to go with Naomi to win this match. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Proceed with caution.
Yeah. Nobody in the
Yeah.
chat has their predictions for this one. We shall move on.
Oh my. The NXT Women's Championship on the line at Evolution. JC Jane versus Jordan Grace. Oh, wow. An NXT Championship on a kind of like a main roster pay-per-view right here. But I'm going to go, Ryan, go first.
Okay. I don't really watch NXT. I should. I know you can unsubscribe for a day if you like, for punishment for me not watching NXT. I get drained out with these long weekends, and then you get NXT on a Tuesday, and it's like, damn it, more wrestling. And yeah, it can be hard to follow everything. I do keep up with the news. Wyatt does a fantastic job. Don't forget to check out Wyatt every single week because he does do NXT watch-alongs, and you can hang out with him in chats and all that. But
Henry, yep.
who was the champion before JC Jane? It was a surprise that she won it, right?
Stephanie
Okay.
Vacquier.
And then Stephanie Vacquier was moved up to the main roster. That makes sense. So that was done with this in mind, so that Jordan Grace had a less formidable opponent to beat at Evolution. My prediction is Jordan Grace wins hands down, very, very easily against JC Jane. I don't watch NXT, so that might be really off the grain with the storyline and the way that things are going, but Jordan Grace, for me, deserves to be champion, and I think Evolution is a good point to crown her.
Don't worry, I'm about to influence you with my words. So apparently I'm good at that.
Oh gosh. Alright, Haley. Give your influence.
Okay, so I honestly, I do think Jordan Grace wins this. because unless if they're moving her up, which I think she should have been moved up with Stephanie. I think that they kind of should have kept them in their rivalry going into main roster. Like that's, but I also do think that Jordan Grace needs more time on NXT. Like it's like a both. It's kind of a both sides of things to me. JC Jane has come out and she's given multiple different promos about how nobody believes in her. Everybody thinks she's going to be the easiest person to beat as NXT champion. But everybody's forgetting the fact that she has been an NXT champion before. Like, JC Jane, she can wrestle. And I think people kind of put her persona in front of her ability. And that kind of warps the mind on how they think everything's going to go. So while most people are probably going to be like, oh yeah, Jordan Grace is going to squash her, hands down. Like, no questions asked. Like Ryan said, but you also don't watch NXT. And like my brain works very differently than most people, so this is probably like an unpopular opinion. I think that it's gonna be a really even match between JC Jane and Jordan Grace, and I think that there is like a slight chance JC Jane does retain this title, whether it be with the help of Fatal Influence or whether they actually just let her have it because of how people have been like treating her as the champion. It's like that's kind of my opinion there.
Do they have any previous background? Were they both in TNA before or anything like that?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know JC Jane, so I do apologize for my lack of knowledge on her. But yeah, I just assumed.
Nobody likes JC Jane. I don't like JC Jane.
You're about to hear my thoughts on JC Jane. And it's not going to be very nice.
I don't know prediction yet. Did you give us your actual prediction?
Me?
Yeah. You think Jordan's going to win?
I think it'll be Jordan Grace, but I do think there's a slight chance that WWE lets kind of how the fans have been treating JC Jane influence them, and they actually choose to like help a wrestler's ego and like help a wrestler's confidence, which is rare for them. I feel like they don't usually take into account like wrestlers' like emotions when it comes to like passing off the title, and they like let JC Jane keep her title because of how fans have been treating her run. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Okay, Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt.
Oh, okay. JC Jane. I absolutely don't like her. Every week she comes out and saying, I'm the best in this division. No one can beat me. Like, I'm on top of it. And I'm like, just shut up. Already. We already heard you 2 weeks ago saying the same thing. But I like Jordan Grace. I think Jordan Grace will win the NXT Championship, but she will have maybe a little help from Blake Monroe, aka Mariah May, because they are going to be in a tag match together this Saturday at NXT Great American Bash. Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus JC Jane and Fallon Henley. So I'm going Jordan Grace to become the NXT Women's Champion at Evolution.
I respect.
Great American Bash after Evolution.
No, it's before Saturday Night Main Event.
Okay.
There's too many PLEs this weekend.
So,
there's too many of them.
How they do with most NXT pay-per-views is they'll have like a really big WWE pay-per-view that night, and then they'll put the NXT pay-per-view like right before it. So like
in the morning, yeah.
Stand and Deliver was in the morning. I'm pretty sure before. I think it was WrestleMania Night 1.
Mhm.
So like
yeah, I'm used to the takeovers that they did. Yeah, I was used to the takeovers that you always used to connect.
Yeah, the NXT takeover. Yeah. Jordan Grace is winning this match
So,
for me.
Jordan Grace pretty much down the line for the three of us.
Jordan Grace. Okay. We're on to the Evolution Battle Royale for the who wins. The winner will earn a championship match at Clash in Paris. So there's a lot of women in this match. But there's a lot of women to name in this match. What you say, Ryan?
It's a Fortnite game, Battle Royale, or what is it? It's just like a Royal Rumble kind of thing.
Royal Rumble.
It's kind of like a Royal Rumble over the top rope.
And it's all women.
Have to hit the 4. So We heard Stephanie Valkyria's in this match. We heard Nikki Bella's in this match. We know Tatum Paxley's in this match from NXT and Izzy Dame. I had to say that in front of Haley because she absolutely loves them.
Yeah, check out my channel. Ethan.
Lola Vice is in this match. Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Natalia, and Maxine. There's a lot of them. But let's start off with Haley to give her prediction and her thoughts.
I love sitting out with you. Okay, so I'm about to be very opinionated again. Like Wyatt said, Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame, two of my absolute favorite people in wrestling. Like, genuinely, just the persona Tatum Paxley has right now, I'm here for. And honestly, Ryan, if I'm going to give you any reason to watch NXT, it would be just so you can watch Tatum Paxley, like, and how she's portraying her character right now, because that's how here for it I am. Now, they're not going to win this match because they're two NXT girls, obviously, but can we just appreciate the fact that they're going to be there? I mean, like, let's be real here. And then I'm low-key gaslighting myself that a lot of people have been saying this, like, CM Punk returned, so maybe we can get an AJ Lee return. I'd really like an AJ Lee return, so I'm kind of gaslighting myself into believing that she's going to be in this match, even though I know she's not. I don't really have a thought process on who's going to win this match because we don't know everybody that's going to be in this match. So, like, I think it'd be smart if you gave it to one of the NXT girls, but I don't think they're going to do that. So I think it'll probably be somebody, like, if you thought process it, Naomi's on SmackDown, Jade's on SmackDown, and Bianca's technically now on SmackDown. I think they should give this one to somebody on Raw because the last three major things that we've had have been won by people from SmackDown. So, like, that's kind of the only thought process I have on who wins this match, is it should be somebody from Raw because nobody from Raw has won. Like, maybe somebody, like, up and coming, like Ivy Nile, who, she's not really up and coming, but, like, I feel like she doesn't get the support she deserves, or, like, Maxine Dupree. Like, people like that, I think it should be somebody in that, like, realm who wins this match, if that makes sense.
Okay. Alrighty. Ryan.
So, I did reference earlier the Busted Open podcast with Nikki Bella. It seems that that's the road they're going. I think Nikki Bella is probably going to win this. I don't think she deserves to win this because you've had your time, yes. You've had a hard year with relationships and with going through what you've been going through, but everybody has hard times. And I don't think that deserves you to come back to the wrestling ring and win something so soon. It would be cool. I do honestly think that they're going to give her that limelight because I think that she's going to be staying around for a little bit until possibly Liv returns. Because it does seem like that, unless that was just her selling the story down the river and I absolutely jumped in the boat with it. I also had another thought the other day, and Haley just literally gave me word soup and I ate it up because she said AJ Lee.
Yes.
Now, I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany on Monday night. Okay, how bloody cool would this be? Now, hear me out, because I'm about to start cooking, Jose. What if AJ Lee gave Dominic Mysterio the cake and it wasn't AJ Styles?
Stop. I'm here for it. I am here for that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
saw AJ on the cake, and for some strange reason, the word soup that was in my brain was like, how cool would it be if Dominic Mysterio and AJ Lee have a fling, and that sets up a Dominic and Punk flip thing? Because I would love to see that. But
oh
yeah,
my gosh.
I sidetracking away from the women's battle royale. What if AJ Lee gave the cake and that set them back?
A lot of people consider AJ Lee Roxanne Perez's, like, wrestling mom.
Yeah. There's connections. There is connections. I'm just saying. And if this happens, guys, you have to subscribe to my channel, Wyatt's channel, and Haley's channel, because you heard it here first on the Wyatt Prediction Show. Like, no
you
other
get to
wrestler
hear this.
can claim that they called AJ Lee was the one that gave Dominic Mysterio the cake. You heard that from Ryan Milkey of WrestleRock.
Yes.
Please let that happen. And if AJ Lee is in it, and we do hear that music, and she is the last person to come out, then yeah, I want AJ Lee. Imagine if it's AJ Lee and Nikki Bella as the final two in the Battle Royale. It would be amazing. It would just be amazing, and I'm here for it. So,
I'm here for this.
if AJ Lee doesn't return, my prediction is Nikki Bella. But if AJ Lee returns, then yes, give it to AJ. please.
AJ Lee.
And then she picks up a mic and goes, "Dom, did you get my cake? I will die and I'll die happy, man."
I will literally cry. Also, like last comment I have about this battle royale, or royal or whatever you want to call it, I don't think one of the NXT girls should be one of the first girls out, if that makes sense.
Agreed. It should be one of the big names.
Big name.
Yeah,
Should
because
be
they
one
can
of
take
them.
that.
My thoughts.
Natty,
So,
bring Natty out first.
My thoughts on this match. I personally think I'll go with Ryan. They should bring AJ Lee back and win
Yes.
this. Like, that cake should have said AJ Styles. It only said AJ. So it should be AJ Lee. But if they don't bring her back, I'm going Nikki Bella. I'm going Nikki. But they need to bring AJ Lee back. That would be... I'll be jumping up and down crying.
It would be a moment to remember in
Um,
WWE
So
pay-per-view history.
I need you to stream that, Wyatt.
I am. I'm definitely
Like, just-
streaming it.
If you're not streaming, I just need you to record yourself jumping up and down crying, so I can save it to my phone.
Oh gosh, you're gonna put it on my... Oh no.
'Cause that is a great video to have.
I'm out. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm excited if they do bring AJ.
So is that your prediction, Wyatt? I don't want to take over your time.
I'm going with AJ Lee if they do bring her back, but if they don't, Nikki Bella is my prediction to win.
I just don't
Okay.
think big people need to win it, unless if it's AJ Lee.
If it's AJ Lee,
What?
yes.
What if they give it to Blake Monroe just to kick AEW in the teeth?
She's not in it.
Is she not?
Well,
Okay.
No,
No.
they already announced it. She's not in it.
Okay. Are we going to have any surprise entrants? You think, or have we had the whole?
Please,
full-
I think-
AJ Lee.
I think a lot of people have also been kind of saying like Soraya's gonna come back, and while I do like, I could support that fully because I like her
Ooh.
as a person. She has said she's
Paige.
not coming back. Like, she has said that these people's rumors are misguided and that she's not coming back yet. So I think it's really just gonna kind of depend. Like, I think there'll be
Depends.
surprise entrances, of course. Probably one person from TNA for sure.
There's definitely gonna be some Hall of Famers there, so yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. It's probably the one match that I'm looking forward to the most, and it is sponsored by Maybelline New York as well, which is cool that they have a
Yeah,
makeup
so-
brand that's connected to a females match.
Ryan, while you're watching this match, I need you to just like really look at Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame, because I'm telling you, they can convince you to watch NXT. Like, just them two alone can do it.
Are they a tag team? Are they together? So is there any chance that these two could throw each other out?
They're in the same faction,
Okay.
The
but
calling.
it's like a new thing. So I don't see them breaking that.
Nah, they just
Okay.
got it together, so.
Interesting. Yeah, I will definitely, and I will watch it. I do try. I will try to pay more attention to watching
Just only watch their matches.
it.
That's like,
Honestly, I
So
fell out
you're-
of love with NXT after Black and Gold. Once it went to 2.0, I was out of there. Hated 2.0. I was a Black and Gold kid. Like, my favorite wrestling match, I said on the White interview, is Bailey versus
Bayley.
Sasha at
That
Brooklyn
was the
Takeover.
greatest NXT Women's Championship match
Yeah.
of all time.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, let's move on
Oh my
to
god.
the two wrestlers and the one I had no idea who was.
oh, that was the funniest thing that happened today.
Got
right
one in
there.
the chat if it even looks like Becky Lynch, because it doesn't. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to put a 2 in the chat just because it doesn't look like Becky Lynch. I thought that was some Tatum Paxley woman. I was like, who the hell's that?
No, Tatum Paxley has black hair.
But this match is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch, she's the champion, you know, and she's going against Bailey and Ira Valkyria. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this?
Oh god. I think Bailey wins. I think Bailey deserves to be champion out of the three of these women, in my opinion. I don't like the role model persona that she's taking on at the moment, and this whole music that she has going on with it. I don't like the packaging that she has, but Bayley is, for me, one of the best women wrestlers on the planet. So is Becky Lynch, and Lyra Valkyria is on her way to there. But Becky Lynch does not need a title to be relevant. She does not need a title to be top of the card. She's only got this to tie this little trio in. I like the connection with Lyra, with the Irish connection, and yeah, I just can't get over the fact that does not look like bloody Becky Lynch. Like, what are they doing? I'm just staring at her, and I'm like, that is not Becky Lynch. I want to send my commiserations to her and her family for the recent break-in that they had at their beach house. Their house got broken into while they were on tour, which was
luckily
horrible.
Nobody was there, so luckily
nobody was
no
there.
one was there.
But it's horrible that things like that happen, and people that do that are just scumbags, in my opinion.
There was
prediction.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There was hardly nothing in that house when they broke in, so nothing
Yeah,
was
I heard
really
they got away with
stolen,
cash.
just money.
Yeah, they got away with some cash. That's about it. My prediction for this is Bayley. I really, really want Bayley to win. Lyra can go crying back. I think Lyra is a better fit for the Judgment Day than Perez, in my opinion.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I would have liked that more. Again, yeah, that's my thoughts on the three of the women. Bayley, please.
Okay. Haley.
Yeah, so I'm going to start this off with a little PSA. If you didn't know and you are watching this stream or you're watching this later, the way women specifically have been getting treated in the past 3.5 months as WWE people is absolutely crazy. Liv Morgan had a stalker, followed her to the PC. Guy's facing, I think, 5 years in prison. Roxanne Perez is getting death threats all over multiple different social media accounts. You have Becky Lynch's house getting broken into. People coming to Rhea Ripley's actual house, which is in a gated community, so you shouldn't even be able to get to it. So if you are a wrestling fan, just keep in mind these people are people, and when they are done with the show, when they go home, they are not the people you see on your television. They are actual humans who have actual lives, and they are playing characters for us just like it's a TV show. So just keep that in mind when you are watching wrestling, that these people are people. And even if you don't like them, it's not their person you're not liking, it's the persona and the character they're portraying, not who they actually are. So just, if it's something like that, keep your opinions to yourself. Do not threaten people's lives. Do not stalk people. They are humans. They have emotions. They have feelings. Let them be. So that's my little PSA before I get into this match, because I think kind of needed to be addressed. Especially with you mentioning Becky Lynch's house getting broken into.
Yes. Definitely.
Very well said.
What?
Very well said.
Oh, thank you. So, I'm a huge, I'm gonna build off what Ryan said real quick. We should get rid of Roxanne in the Judgment Day, put Lyra in, make Lyra a heel, even if it's not in the Judgment Day. I need something in this feud to make Lyra fully a heel, because she would be a good one. And Wyatt completely disagrees with that because he doesn't want her to be a heel. He likes Lyra as a face.
What?
But I think.
Why'd you say that? When did I say this?
You said that on the phone 2 days ago.
No, I said they're leading
did.
up to Lyra turning heel.
That is not what you said. That is not what you said.
Nuh-uh.
Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him lie to you.
I'm sorry. I have to disagree with that conversation right there. I never said that. Don't
did.
listen.
Kelton can back me up here.
Kelton's not gonna know.
Anyway, like I was saying, with the way her promos have been going, I think Lyra should turn heel, and I think she'd be a really, really good one. I kind of don't care who this belt goes to as long as it's not Becky Lynch, because it's like Ryan said, she doesn't need it. She's built enough on her own, and if she does lose it, I think it kind of gives her a segue into joining Seth's faction, because they've never gotten to be heels together, and I think them two as a heel power couple would be really amazing. So, with all of that being said, I'm gonna give it to Bayley because I think she deserves a title run. She hasn't had one in a while, but I think that if they do give her this belt, she needs to change her entire gimmick and her music, because her music is genuinely awful.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's my opinion there.
Okay. Okay. My thoughts. Um, I love Bailey. Ira Valkyria is gonna turn heel. Like I said, I did not say she needs to stay as a face. But Becky is the champion. She doesn't need the championship to be dominant. I think they should give it to Bailey. I'm going Bailey. I love Bailey. She needs another title run. So, I'm going Bailey. That's my thoughts.
Okay.
Anybody in the private? Okay. Alrighty.
1 second. Sorry, I was on a different screen.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Oh my. The Fatal 4-Way. For the women's tag team titles, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss teaming up. Zarya and Sol Ruka from NXT teaming up together. And the returning Kabuki Warriors. Kairi Sane Asuka. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Is this for the titles?
It is for the
Yeah.
titles.
Okay, so they're not going to lose the titles. They are playing on it specifically for the Judgment Day, for Liv Morgan to be annoyed the more and more she sees that Roxanne is holding her title. I did see that they changed the nameplates, which is disgraceful.
Literally.
She is not the champion. She
Sad.
is not the champion. She is just holding it for Liv to get back. Liv was never beaten for it, so I disagree that they should have ever changed it. It would have made sense if they should have kept Liv's name on it, in my opinion, just for the TV shots, when they have matches and all that.
I agree.
I did. So just to go back to the battle royale, isn't Nikki from the Wyatt Six announced for that?
We
Nikki
haven't
Cross?
heard nothing from that.
Cross, yeah.
I
thought
think-
she was. I thought she was the first one that was declared for it.
I think that she will be for sure because Candice is, and I think they're trying to build on that feud between her and Candice.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
for
Candice
that
Ray
reason,
is-
if Nikki's in it, I don't know. I want Nikki to get involved in this match and get in Alexa's face, because I want Alexa to join the Wyatt Six. I always have wanted that. I think it makes sense for that to happen. And there are some clues coming out recently with the Wyatt Six. If people have been following, they've been dropping some clues again. Something around July, something around 26th of July. They're going to be doing some stuff, talking about the Harbinger and bringing somebody in. I think it could be Alexa's coming in. I don't know. Could be just falling for the hype. But I just don't get the teaming up with Charlotte Flair whatsoever. Like, they do not gel, in my opinion. Yeah, remember she killed the Lily doll. She destroyed Lily doll, like, in the middle of the ring. Like, I'll never forget that. I never forgive that. So I don't know how Alexa can. Like, yeah. My favourite in this match, though, and I apologise for not knowing her name, but it's that blonde girl up there that's pulling that little, like, cool
Oh,
surfer
Sol
dude.
Ruka?
So Ruka.
Sol Ruka. That
Yeah,
finishing
she's
move
from
that she
Hawaii.
does. That
The Soul
finishing move that
Snatcher?
she does. The Soul Snatcher inverted off the top rope. Oh my god.
Crazy.
I was
Crazy
blown away.
move.
And she is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to say that as a red-blooded male. She is gorgeous. All of the women are gorgeous, but specifically Sol Ruka stands out. And I think that she will be a massive star going forward. Bully
I
Ray
agree.
speaks so highly of her, and I respect a lot of things that man says. So for that alone, I'm going to say the Judgment Day retain, but I don't want them to retain. I want Sol Ruka to take them. How cool would it be if Sol Ruka goes back to NXT and she's the women's WWE champion, tag team champions?
She already has 2 belts, so I'm kind of hoping they don't give it to them.
I don't think they
But
will.
They can put 6 on Mercedes Moné. Like,
That's true.
That is true. Haley.
Okay, I'm about to sort of make Ryan maybe slightly mad. I don't
Yes.
think Sol Ruka and Zarya should be in this match. And I say that as somebody that watched NXT last week, watched Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley beat Sol and Zarya. Maybe this was 2 weeks ago, not last week. I literally watched them get the 1, 2, 3, and then not even a week later, it's suddenly announced that Sol and Zarya are going to be the ones in this match. I respect Zaruka. Like I respect it so much, and I think that it's definitely going to end with Zarya turning heel on Sol to take that title from her. But I also don't think you can announce somebody to be the tag team in something, especially right after they lost, like the week before. So that's just kind of my opinion on the NXT girls. They're not getting it. Then going to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss kind of ties back into the NXT. They had to win a match to qualify for this tag team match. And they make no sense as a tag team to me. Like, yeah, they have a past where they were sort of friends, but then Alexa Bliss also says that she doesn't have friends. So I don't really know kind of like why they were put together in this. I think it's to turn Charlotte face because Charlotte Flair has like come out and said that she wants to be a baby face in her last couple of years or last 2 years or whatever, however long she's left in WWE. She says she wants to be a baby face. So maybe that's kind of what they're using Alexa for. And if they are hinting at pulling somebody into the Wyatt Six, if they're gonna have Charlotte here, I think they either need to end this quickly or just pull both of them because it doesn't make any sense the storyline they're using for them to at the moment. And then the Damage Control girls. To me, as a person, you cannot release somebody from a faction with no warning. 2 of the girls out injured, and then let one of the girls have a singles run. Give Io Sky the Women's World Championship. Not even mention the fact that you released one of these members, and then have both of them come back from injury. Let both of them have their own singles runs, and then have them come back together. And you've seen like Kyrie and Asuka both interacting with Io Sky. So just kind of my opinion on this, it shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't be tagging together again because of how they ended Damage Control. Like you released Dakota Kai, who was finally getting pushed and had fans behind her, and then you put the Kabuki, I think it is, Warriors back together. It just doesn't make any sense to me. That being said, though, I do think it would be smart for them to pull these belts off of Roxanne and Raquel, simply because, like, you had Roxanne lose to Kyrie, you had Roxanne lose in her Queen of the Ring match. I think that if you just have her lose over and over again, kind of like all of the big things that are important to the Judgment Day, you have like Raquel not turning against Liv, Dominic kind of realizing that Roxanne can't cut it, and then I think it gives it to where they aren't completely repeating the storyline, and they're kind of staying away from the whole Roxanne stealing Dom from Liv, because let's be real here, the way they played that storyline with Rhea and Liv just made sense. Like gorgeous men like Dominic want to be with gorgeous girls like me. Like that line just makes sense for how they played that story. And to me, Roxanne just doesn't trump Liv in any sort of way. So I think if they pull these titles off of them and like it kind of gives Judgment Day a reason to like reject Roxanne, if that makes sense. So I think they'll either give it to Asuka and Kyrie or Charlotte and Alexa. But I don't think Roxanne and Raquel retain.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sorry, that was a very long spiel.
Needed.
None taken. That was amazing. My thoughts. Okay. Yes, I agree with Ryan. They need to put Alexa into the Wyatt Six. My family, basically, I need to contact WWE and tell the Wyatts put Alexa and in our group. And so Ruka, she is absolutely amazing in the ring. That soul snatcher on that top rope, what she did. Holy crap. That was amazing. I'm glad they had the return of the Kabuki Warriors, but I don't see them winning. So I'm gonna say we're gonna have retained champions Raquel and Roxanne Perez. It's just because they're not. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him just like that. But eventually they will, and Liv will be mad.
Yeah. How long do you think Liv's out?
I don't
Couple
think she's
months.
gonna be out. I don't think she's gonna be out as long as people are saying she's out. I think she's gonna come back for promos
Pretty sure.
and like
Yeah.
backstage
Yeah,
scene, like,
Keep her
storylines.
protected in
Like,
the. Just don't have her wrestle, yeah.
Just
yeah, like-
don't have her. Yeah.
people are like, oh, she's gonna be out 6 months. She's gonna be out until 2026, and I think that's kind of where
Yeah.
WWE wants our minds to go. But then just the way you like Raquel, like, and like the fact that they mention her every single week just kind of proves how much Liv holds in the women's wrestling like community in WWE, because like they mention her every week. Like Roxanne built her an ofrenda, so I think she definitely comes back like within the next 2 months, like maybe SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Around the time SummerSlam's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that.
Interesting. Okay,
Alright.
let's move on.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely the greatest superstars of all time. The Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus, taking on Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship is going to be absolutely insane. So, Haley, what's your thoughts for Tiffy time and Trishy time?
I respect the fact that they gave the champions a chance to choose who they wanted to fight. And I think part of the reason they did that is because they decided to do Evolution a month ago. Like if that is when they decided it, even if it's not, Evolution was a very rushed production. I don't think, however, it makes sense for Tiffany to lose this title to Trish Stratus. So I think Tiffany is definitely going to retain the championship. Like, I don't
Okay.
think Trish Stratus should have gotten brought back immediately into a title run. If that makes sense
Completely.
at all.
Totally agree with that. Ryan.
I saw you yawning a second ago. I want to do that during this whole match. I could not care less. Why? Like it's the most boringest matchup in my opinion. Tiffany does not need to be going against Trish Stratus. I guess I didn't know that they got to choose who they wanted to go against. I guess there was probably a available list of women that they could choose. I don't know. This does not excite me in the slightest. It's obvious that Trish Stratus is not going to be champion. Like, come on, genuinely, it's just as much as Goldberg. He is not going to win the title. Trish is not going to win the title. It's just to put the women on the card. I just don't like this match. I why not have Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton? Why not build something like that and continue a storyline there, or just I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, Tiffany's going to retain quite clearly.
Okay.
I will probably
Yes.
fast forward this match, watch it on the replay, and I apologize to the women for that. But I have no interest in it whatsoever.
Okay. Yes, I think Tiffany is going to retain. There's no way they'll give it to Trish. But I love Trish, but why bring her back right now to give her just a title shot right away? I think way more women deserve a title shot than Trish Stratus. But I'm going with Tiffany Stratton to win. For sure.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do these kind of things, why not just have it like an open challenge? Like, if you know it's going to be Tiffany, don't tell us that it's going to be Tiffany, and just have Tiffy come out and say, "Open challenge, who wants it?" And then Tiffany Stratton comes out. Then it's more of a surprise, and you get more of a pop in the crowd and things like that. Like, I'm down for that kind of stuff, but now, like, no, I really don't care.
Who's in Juice? is loose is in the chat. No way, Jose. No way.
Oh wait, Jose.
Jose.
No way.
No way.
Jose.
Jose. No way. Jose. No way.
He was.
Jose.
Was it?
Uh,
Is
how
that
you
it? Is
doing,
that the
Juice?
last? Oh no, we have
This
another.
is the main event.
Oh, is it? Oh, we need the thing.
It's time for the main event.
It's the main event for the stream. We don't know if it's actually the main event of the show. Um,
It should be.
it should be. It's Io Sky, Mommy freaking Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Ryan,
So
what's your thoughts, man?
they've been building and building and building this storyline that Rhea cannot beat Io Sky, right?
Yes.
Io Sky is amazing, but she's also not defended it against anybody since she won the damn thing.
Fuck it.
So
Clock it. Right
I'm gonna
there.
cook, and Mammy's gonna be on top, and Mammy's gonna win.
Literally?
This is the one where they've been tying it up and tying it up and tying it up that she can't do it. I want Rhea to come out and absolutely dominate Io Sky. I do. I want that to happen. And you go back to the previous pay-per-view, I was saying that Rhea Ripley is the most over women and protected woman in the roster, and she doesn't need a title. But they need to take it off Io Sky, unfortunately, because she has done absolutely nothing with it. And they had that whole kerfuffle with the three of them in the ring a couple of months ago, and she was always being the one pushed out and always being the one pushed out. And she fought, and she was the Mighty Mouse, and she got that title, and what has she done? Genuinely done nothing. Like, I love her, and she's fantastic, but like put her in a tag team with Oscar and Kairi Singh. Put them in there. Put her in there with those three, and have the trio, because I just don't think she's done anything with the title, and I can't get over that. But yeah, I want to see Mummy with the dominant on top pin, or the sexy pin, as she called. If you listen to her conversation with Chris Van Vliet, she even has a name for it.
You should.
One hell of 110% you should. Fantastic interview. Yeah, I'm going to go with Mummy to finally get that W over Io Sky.
Okay. One Rhea Ripley for Ryan. Haley.
Lord, I just had so many thoughts in my brain and they like left last minute. I think going back on kind of what Ryan said about Io Sky and Asuka and Kairi, I think it makes sense for Asuka, Kairi, and Io Sky to just become a faction again. I'm genuinely so upset. Maybe this is their way that they bring Dakota Kai back, because she has just been chilling in Hawaii for the most part since she got released. So maybe like they put Damage Control back together and then Dakota Kai comes back at Rumble or something. I don't think Io Sky should have this title, and I'm a huge I didn't like Io Sky at first, but she kind of grew on me over the past couple of months. She hasn't done anything with this title though. Like, it's like what Ryan said. It's been a month and a half since WrestleMania. Like, WrestleMania was in April. It's now July. I don't think I've seen her defend this title once. And
She hasn't.
the way they're like pushing Rhea, like, no, you can't do it, no, you can't do it, no, you can't do it, it's just gonna make her do it. And so I think kind of like the way they've been setting up these promos, the wording, like the verbiage they've been using, just kind of all hints that like Rhea's gonna do it. So I think that it only makes sense to me for Rhea Ripley to like beat Io Sky for this title, take this title, and then if they want to, like, that gets rid of this storyline. No more of her match with like her storyline with Io, right? And then, like, let's say Liv does come back from injury, and Dom didn't go to Roxanne. They can restrike up a feud with her and Liv, because her and Liv have a lot of chemistry together, and that works. So I just kind of think, like, there's so many more things you can do with having this title on Rhea than you can with having this title on Io. So I think that they should swap it to Rhea, and I think Rhea wins this championship on Sunday.
Okay.
Agreed.
I told you. My thoughts, yeah. It's mommy freaking Rhea. Uh, Rhea Ripley's gonna become women's world champion. Yeah, like you guys were all saying, yeah, Io Sky has not even defended that title since WrestleMania. Basically, hasn't done nothing with it. But it's mommy Rhea. Look at her past 2 reigns as champion. She's defended it. Like her first reign, she has defended it every single pay-per-view. Look at Io Sky. She has not defended it at all. So I'm going mommy Rhea.
Interesting.
Yes,
I think that is the end of the slideshow.
that is the end of it.
To live real quick, I think like let's say they do give Dom to Roxanne, and they put Liv and Rhea back together as a tag team because that's what needs to happen if Dom goes to Roxanne, and Raquel stays with Roxanne. Roxanne versus Liv and Rhea. I think that title, if Rhea has it, and if that's the way things go, will end up breaking up their tag team again. Random thought, but I think it should happen. So yeah.
Rhea and Liv versus Roxanne. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Dominic on a pole.
Dominic on a pole.
Custody of Dominic match.
Yeah, the custody of Dominic match.
Yes.
That is the end of the slideshow.
That is the end. Guys, let's take a moment and let's just say what you guys, your content business, what is coming up for you guys this coming week, or what you guys gonna do for. Are you guys gonna watch it live on all the wrestling this weekend, or just say what you guys are gonna do with your content? What you guys got coming up? So let's pick Ryan. Let's go Ryan first right here.
Okay. I don't know. I'm currently dealing with toothache, so I'm a little bit mind boggled. I've done pretty well for this live stream, so I want to thank Wyatt and Haley for your company and your conversations this evening. It's been fun breaking down this pay-per-view, so the 2 pay-per-views. I thoroughly enjoy doing these. You've taken my mind off my tooth for a good hour and a half, so thank you. I need to get part 3 of my vlog out, where I go to the Game of Thrones filming locations in Ireland. Just know the first 2 parts are already out, and the only reason part 3 is taking so long is because it's Game of Thrones, and you guys know me, and you know that how I need it to be perfected, and I'm just not happy with the edit right now, and I don't want to put out something that I'm not happy with, because then I feel like I'll be disheartened with the viewers, with the viewership and all that kind of stuff, and I don't want to be like that with every YouTube video. So it's going to take another week to keep working on it and make sure that everything gets done right. Just know that when it drops, you're going to love it, because you get to see Ireland at its rawest cause. Like, I am literally on the Giant's Causeway, on the top of the mountains, on the edge of the ocean. There is nothing between me and America, basically. It's just ocean, and you see all of this in the video, and you see the wind affecting me and my beard and my face. It's a good video. I enjoy it. I go to filming locations, so you can only imagine how emotional it was for me to be able to walk down the King's Road of Game of Thrones and be able to go to the steps that Arya Stark walks out of in season 7, episode 3, and just crazy for me to be able to be there to see those and to experience those. So check out that vlog when it drops sometime this week. Also, please check out Let's Chat with Veterans. It's a passion of mine. It's a project of mine that I like to work with Charles from Let's Chat with Veterans in Poppin, Missouri. We drop war stories on veterans from World War II every single Wednesday and Friday, narrated by myself or Charles. We take turns. We've also been doing like 10 misconceptions of veterans and all that kind of stuff. We are also doing the top 5 most influential women in military history, and we've already done 2 of them, so check out those stories as well over on that channel. I would rather you check out the Let's Chat with Veterans channel than my own channel or the wrestling channel, Wrestle Realm. Like, I have loads of fingers in loads of pies. I'm editing for Wyatt. I think because I've been under the weather the last 2 days, stay tuned for the next episode of Wyatt's. I'm going to give him 2 episodes at once, so if he chooses to do a bumper episode where you get 2 interviews in one video, then you do. If not, then that's Wyatt's decision. But I'm going to give him 2 episodes in once, just to make up for where we've been lacking this week because of my toothache. And yeah, also stay tuned for the near future. It will definitely be probably in July if I can get with Haley and Wyatt to sort this. But I'm going to invite Haley and Wyatt to be the first guests on the Wrestle Realm Guess the Theme Tune episode. It's going to be episode 1, and we're going to have them go against each other, and we're going to see who can get the most points. There's going to be 10 to guess from. I'm going to have 10 for each. So I'll have 20 theme songs. We're only going to play 6 seconds of each one. So you've got to be swatted up, and it'll be current WWE just to keep it fair and interesting. I don't want to give you something that's before your time or you're something that we none of us remember or something like that. So yeah, long-winded as this interview has been, or interview this live stream has been. But yeah, please check out Wyatt Wrestling and Haley Wrestling for your weekly wrestling content, because I don't really post much on the channel, but I'm going to try and start to do more. Just now, I've got my Spain holiday in September, and when I get back from Spain, then it's going to be all gears to the grind to pump out YouTube content. So yeah, that's me.
Okay. Alrighty. Haley.
Just to follow everything Ryan said, watch all of his channels. You have time. Even if you think you don't have time, you have time to do it. I believe in you to get that watched. So, at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, Central Time, 3 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. where Ryan is, 2 a.m. where Wyatt is, I am leaving for a 17-day road trip. I am still posting on this road trip. I will have outfit of the days posted every single day I'm there. Like, I'm gone. So except for tomorrow. If I do post an outfit of the day tomorrow, it'll literally be probably me at a gas station somewhere, just because of how early we're leaving. Hopefully featuring the rest of my family and my best friend who is coming with us. I'm still trying to convince them because my sister refuses to talk on camera. But it's okay. So, crossing my fingers, I will definitely have one of those out every day. And then I'm doing day in the lives with me for every day as well that I'm gone. Hopefully, I will be watching everything the day it is happening. I cannot make any promises though. We're gonna be in the car probably tomorrow for about 16 hours because that's how long it takes to get through Texas. So just keep in mind that if I'm not having content out immediately, that is why, but I will be having content. Like, content will be getting posted. Just like as a PSA, I'm gonna be gone. So yeah, that's just kind of what's happening for me. But definitely watch all of Ryan's videos and everything Wyatt posts.
Enjoy the trip. I can't wait. Please post as much as you can, because
Yes.
as you know, I've never been to America, and I love to see like
Post
as much as I can.
everything.
So if you think, oh, nobody will want to watch it, know that Ryan Milky will want to watch it, even if it's
I'll
just
send
a
you-
gas station.
I'll send you every video.
Yeah,
Send
do
it on to
I'll
the
watch
group
them.
chat.
Yeah.
I'll send
Like,
it to
if
the
you
group.
want to do like a POV of you walking through a gas station, to me that's fascinating, because I don't know what's on the shelves. I don't know what drinks are
I
available.
can
To me, that
POV a
honestly,
gas station if that's what you want. I can do that for you.
Let's do a POV.
I got
POV.
you. Hopefully we're stopping. Look, everybody, take a moment to appreciate my lovely cup from Buc-ee's. It's the Halloween edition.
Buc-ee's.
It glows in the dark. Hopefully we'll be stopping at Buc-ee's. I don't think,
Buc-
Ryan, you've never been in the Buc-ee's before because you've never been
No, I've
here.
seen
So
them.
I will definitely
definitely need
POV
to go
tour
check
at
out-
Buc-ee's because one of the best gas stations we have in America right here.
Yes.
So, but I will get that for you,
Well,
Ryan. POV
yes.
in
like,
a
the
gas
station in
I
my
got you.
village, you can't even buy anything to eat in my gas station. It's just a gas. That's all they sell.
That's insane.
weird.
That
They
My
just sell
gosh.
gas. They're open from 9 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. at night. That's it. Just gas.
What if you have to go between 9 and 9 p.m.?
You don't. You get it before. If you need to go in the middle of the night, you get gas before they close at 9 p.m. I live
Are
in the
you
middle
serious?
of nowhere. I live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, maybe I should do vlogs, and you guys are like, what?
what? No way.
After
Oh,
10 p.m., every store is shut in my village. I cannot get
Oh,
I can't even
yes.
buy a bottle of water after 10 p.m.
PSA, if you go anywhere that's not America, like most places I've been and my friends have been in the UK, everything closes at 10. So if you want to eat and you haven't eaten at 10, you're screwed. So just keep in mind, eat before 10.
Yeah, or you can travel to like the 24-hour, like our equivalent of Walmart, which would be like Asda or something like that. But then it's frozen food, and it's like you can't really buy anything there to eat. It's frozen.
we
Yeah.
gotta warm it up though. So yeah.
Yeah. Wyatt, what have you got coming up on the channel?
Okay. Sometime Friday we'll be live streaming for SmackDown. Saturday morning we will be live streaming for NXT Great American Bash. Saturday night's main event will be streaming, and Sunday Evolution. And every day I'll be posting a bunch of content. Maybe do some more cartoon carrying crosses. Maybe we'll make some for him. He appreciates those so much. I hope Carrying Cross is watching this.
Yeah, Carrion, if you're watching, I challenge you to
Justice-
come and have a conversation with Wyatt. Join the conversations and have an interview with Wyatt Wrestling.
Yes.
Yes.
Join.
Have an interview with him.
Bring
Please.
Charlotte
Join. Yes, I
And
need
while
both
you're
of
at
them.
it- While you're at it, you can have an interview with me too.
But we would just give you
My
the
first
seat.
one.
You could be there. You and Wyatt could both interview Carrion.
Yes, we can both interview Carrying Cross.
Because I don't need to be there. I get to edit it, and I get to watch it more than you guys because I'm editing.
Literally.
Literally, man.
So yeah, check out
Um,
Wyatt's channel. It's going to be great. Make sure you follow him
Yes.
on Instagram.
Everybody
His
go
YouTube
check.
and his Instagram.
Yes, everybody go check out Haley Wrestling on Instagram. She needs a lot of more followers than she has right now. She needs more. Go support her. Go support Wrestle Realm on YouTube, and go Let's Chat with Veterans with Charles and Ryan as well. Go support me, Why Wrestling, at YouTube and Instagram as well. I do have an X, but I've not been using that lately, so I'm not gonna say that. Shout out.
Just connect
Let's
to
get
all socials. You'll find all our links all around the place. We're literally
Yes,
everywhere.
my
All
link tree.
socials.
Go check out my link tree.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Kelton who couldn't make it. Shout out to the other guys who couldn't make it, ERW, and the other guys. Who's sorry
Yeah.
we couldn't have you here. Let us know in the
Shout
comments
out
down
to-
below what the predictions are. We want to know.
Yes, we do want to know.
we want to know your predictions. Give this video a like, comment, and
Yeah.
subscribe if you haven't already. And we got a couple more shout outs. Shout out to JJ Toy Giants for not being here. He has that night job now. So shout out to the people who are all in the chat: Jose Martinez, Anthony Blaze, Juice is Loose, Wrestle Rome, myself in this comments. Shout out to John Reyes Wrestling as well.
You still party in the UK late at night? Yeah, that's all I do, bro. My life is
Exactly.
party.
Like,
We party
bars and
all night
stuff-
long.
Bars and stuff don't close at 10, but like real food, like real
We need
restaurants
food.
are gone. Like gone at 10. Like you're just gonna get
Nothing.
McDonald's,
parties. Like
KFC.
yeah,
stuff like that, yeah.
Burger King. Like you're just gonna
McDonald's.
Yeah,
get
but if
that.
you want to go and sit inside and be served a meal by servers and have, be part of a meal, yeah, Haley's right. They close at 10 p.m. because everyone's got to get home. Like the people in the kitchen have got to clean down the kitchen, close it down. By the time they do all that, it's midnight. They've got to get home. They're back in work again in 9 hours.
Yeah.
So it does get
Exactly.
like that. But yeah, we party in the UK throughout the night. Like for me right now, it's 11 p.m. This is early for me. Usually I'm watching Raw at 8 p.m. 2 a.m. I'm usually watching Raw at 2 a.m. And like if I watch SmackDown, it starts at 2 a.m. It doesn't finish until 5 a.m. for me because it's a 3-hour show. Now they've gone back to 2 hours, but when it was 3 hours, I wasn't getting off till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And you've got to get to work at 9 a.m.
Yes. Yes, and one more shout out to the wise man, Kyle. He's in the hospital as well, getting some tests done. This whole week he's been there. That whole week. He's gonna come back better than ever, guys. So
Yes, everybody
support him.
send him your best wishes and stuff.
Yes, go check out the @wiseman Kyle Whitaker.
Okay.
Most definitely. Right, I think that's it, right? Right, you want to sign us
That
out?
is- Yes, everybody. I will see you all in the next one. Good night,
See you later.
everybody.
It's time for the main event.